First off, we can't start a makeup video without a wonderful pimple right in the middle of my face. So first off, I am priming my face with the Maybelline Baby Pore Eraser, and I'm just putting that in my T-zone. And next I'm going to be priming my eyes, and I'm going to be using the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. When I use this for different looks, I really like to load it on because I just like it to have that cream matte look on it. And make sure that you let it dry before putting on your eyeshadow, because once it's completely dry, it's going to make the eyeshadow go on a lot smoother. Next, I'm going to be taking tape. This is my secret weapon to a perfect cat eye, and I do recommend taking your fingers on the sticky part, that way it's not so harsh on your skin, and then applying that. Sometimes it is hard to line it up perfectly, but all I do is follow my lower lash line, and where it meets my eyebrow, I just follow that line and put it right there. And then after I have the tape on, we are ready to put our eyeshadow on. Of course, I'm using the Lorac Pro Palette. Can't live without it. And I'm going to be taking the taupe color. This is just kind of going to start building the color. And when you do a cut crease, I do recommend you're going to start going in that crease and moving the shadow upward. You're not going to move that shadow on the lower lid at all. It is just going to stay in the crease and above. You just want that crease to be very smooth and look perfect, and you don't want it to be too deep of a color, because when you add the cut crease shade, it's just going to make it pop. So after I've got a decent amount of the taupe color, we're then just going to build the light brown a little bit more. So I'm going to be using the sable and doing the same motions. And I do like to bring the eyeshadow a lot more in than I normally would. So as you can see, I'm bringing it a little bit more towards the bridge of my nose than I normally would on a smoky eye or everyday makeup. Once I've got that crease blended out to a nice light brown color, I'm going to be using the lightest color from the Naked 3 palette and the also lightest color from the Lorac Pro palette. I'm just going to layer that on my lid, and I love this look with the light brown in the crease, the cut crease, and then the red on the lips. It is just a perfect combination for the holiday time, and this is so simple to achieve. So finally, for the actual cut crease part, I'm using a dark brown. This is also from the Lorac Pro palette. I'm using a pencil brush, and I'm using the color Espresso. And I'm carving out my crease. Now I'm actually going a little bit above. If you do not have a natural crease in your eye, you can create one. And the reason I'm doing it a little bit above my natural crease, that way when I'm looking straight ahead, it's just going to pop out more and be more noticeable. So once I've got the amount that I would like for the cut crease, I'm going to blend that out. Now you still want it to be carved and, cut out, but at the same time you still want it to look a little bit more blended. So I'm just going back in with a light brown color and just kind of going back over it and blending it up just a little bit. For the highlight, I'm just using the same colors that I used for the lid. I'm just keeping it simple, not using any more products than this, just using the white and the virgin color from the Naked 3 palette. And finally, for eyeliner, I'm going to be using a liquid liner. This is the L'Oreal, I believe it is my favorite, the Infallible Slim. I am going to be doing a wing. I just feel like it just looks good with this look, and it pulls it together. I'm not going to go all the way towards the inner corner with my eyeliner. I'm just going to stop it above where my eye is, if that makes sense. And if you're having trouble figuring out where to finish the eyeliner or the wing, I just connect it to where the cut crease comes out at the edge of my eye. That way it just kind of pulls it together and just doesn't look as sloppy. When taking off the tape, make sure you go either straight down or straight up. You do not want the eyeliner to look all jagged, so make sure you just go straight and it will come out perfectly. I mean, look at that, how perfect. So next I'm going in with my concealer. I have gone back to the Maybelline eraser, I believe it's called. Every product I'm using, I will list it below, so check out the description box. And I'm just going to be applying that where I need it in a V shape, and of course on my friend on my forehead. And I'm going to be blending it out with my finger. I just love this product when I blend it out this way. It just goes into the skin better and sets better, and as you can see, it just looks a lot more natural than normal concealers would. And to set it, I'm using the NYX translucent powder, I believe. I've been using this for a while now. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's the only really good translucent powder I have at the time. So write down your recommendations down below. And of course, we can't forget our eyebrows. So to fill them in, I'm just using an angled brush, and I'm using the color Sable and Espresso from the Lorac Pro Palette. And as many times as I've told you all before, in person, when I'm filling in my eyebrows, I swear to you, they are filled in and they look good. And on the camera, it just looks like I'm not filling them in at all. Like, I don't know what the deal is. But anyways, just gonna fill in my eyebrows. So after my mini dance session and singing session, I'm going to be applying my foundation. Now this is very rare for me, but lately I have been loving my Bare Minerals mineral foundation. I don't know why I've been using it, because normally in the winter I would not use this because my face is so dry, but it hasn't been that horrible lately. So I'm just applying that over. I did a couple of layers just to make it a little bit more medium to full coverage. Next, I'm going to be contouring, and I'm using I'm trying to think what I'm using. I use the Naked Flush palette, that's what I used. And I'm just using a MAC 168 brush, and on camera it is not picking up as much, but the contour was much darker in person. And I'm also using the blush and highlight also from the Naked Flush palette. I have been loving this lately. Just the mixture of the two just makes the blush look so pretty on the skin, and it's perfect for the winter and fall time looks. And of course, you cannot forget the red lip, because what's holiday looks without a red lip? I'm going to be using a Revlon lip liner. Like I said, I will list the color and details below. So I'm just going to line my lips and fill them in just a little bit. That way the lipstick stays on all day. And then I'm going to be using this not exactly short lipstick. I will also list that below. It's just a perfect red. I've noticed that reds with a blue undertone doesn't really work for my skin tone, so this color I really like because it's more of a deep red. And because Kenzie always forgets, I'm doing my mascara last. I am using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. It is my favorite, and I'm just going to be applying 2 coats. And lastly, I'm using my Urban Decay setting spray, and that is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm so sorry it's taken so long to get this video up. Comment down below, and please subscribe. I love you.